Ladies and gentlemen, every single day, life presents us with a choice. A choice so small, so subtle, that most people dismiss it. But it is this choice, the decision to stay the same or rise just a little higher, that shapes your entire destiny. You don't need to leap miles overnight. You don't need to transform your entire life in a single day. All you need is the courage to take one more step. Just one. One step forward. One action. One decision to be better than you were yesterday. Here's the truth. Nobody wakes up at the top of the mountain. Nobody stumbles into greatness by accident. The peak is never found. It's earned. It's built. Brick by brick, step by step, habit by habit, and that's the beauty of it. Greatness doesn't demand perfection. It doesn't ask you to change your entire life today. It only asks, will you move one step forward? Think about momentum. Every step builds on the last. Small at first, maybe even invisible. But just like a snowball rolling downhill, each turn adds weight, adds speed, adds power. Before you know it, that tiny snowball becomes unstoppable. That's what consistency does. Quietly, patiently, relentlessly. It compounds. It turns effort into excellence. It turns discipline into destiny. But here's where most people fail. They wait for motivation. They think, I'll start when I feel inspired. I'll change when the timing is right. I'll move when I'm ready, but let me tell you, waiting is the slowest form of death. The perfect moment will never come. Motivation will fade. Discipline is what remains. And discipline is born in the small steps you take when nobody's watching. Every morning when you wake up, life hands you a ballot. And every decision you make is a vote for the person you are becoming. When you hit snooze instead of rising early, you cast a vote for procrastination. When you choose the gym, even when you're tired, you cast a vote for growth. When you pick up a book instead of scrolling aimlessly through your phone, you cast a vote for wisdom. Each choice is small, almost invisible. But over time, those votes accumulate. And the weight of those votes defines your future. Bill Gates once said, "Don't compare yourself with anyone in this world. If you do so, you are insulting yourself." The only competition that matters is with the person you were yesterday. So ask yourself, are your choices today casting votes for the life you want? Now, let's be honest. Consistency is not glamorous. It doesn't shine, it doesn't brag. It's heavy, it's slow, it's often boring. It's easy to give your all when you're excited. But what about when motivation fades? What about when progress feels invisible? What about when the mountain looks too high? That right there, that's the dividing line. The average stop. The extraordinary keep moving. And here's why. Even slow progress is still progress. Even when results aren't visible, roots are growing. Even when you can't see it, the foundation is being built beneath you. It's like planting a seed. You water it day after day, even when nothing seems to change. But underground, life is stirring. And one day that seed bursts through the soil. Unstoppable. Think of your biggest dream, something so massive, so overwhelming it scares you. From the bottom, the mountain looks impossible, but you don't climb a mountain by staring at the summit. You climb it by focusing on the next step, then the next, then the one after that. And suddenly the impossible becomes possible. Because here's the secret. Small steps are sustainable. They don't burn you out. They don't demand everything all at once. They are manageable, repeatable, and lasting. And when those small steps become habits, and those habits become who you are, success becomes inevitable. Let me share a quote with you. Walt Disney once said, "The way to get started is to quit talking and begin doing." Think about that. How many people spend their lives talking about what they want but never take the first step? The world doesn't reward intentions. It rewards actions. And the smallest action today is worth more than the grandest intention for tomorrow. So let me ask you, what is one small step you can take today? Not next week, not next month. Today, maybe it's waking up 30 minutes earlier. Maybe it's going for a 10-minute run. Maybe it's writing down your goals instead of just dreaming about them. Maybe it's saying no to one distraction. Small? Yes. Insignificant? Number. Because that small step is a vote, a brick, a seed. It is momentum in disguise. Ladies and gentlemen, success is not a sprint. It's not one giant leap. It's not fireworks or sudden breakthroughs. Success is the accumulation of small steps, taken consistently even when no one notices. It's the grind in silence, the discipline when you're tired, the persistence when you feel like quitting. So don't underestimate the power of one more step. Don't overlook the strength of consistency. Because one day when you look back, you'll realize something powerful. You didn't just climb the mountain. You became the kind of person who never stops climbing. So today, I want you to make a choice. A choice to cast one more vote for your future. A choice to step forward no matter how small. Because every step matters. Every step counts. Every step builds momentum. And if this message resonates with you, I want you to write in the comments right now, "I choose growth today." Because greatness is not built tomorrow. It is built today. One step at a time. Life, my friends, will test you. It will throw obstacles in your path. It will place mountains in front of you. It will challenge your strength, your patience, and your spirit. And in those moments, you have two choices: to retreat or to rise. Challenges are not punishments. They are not walls meant to keep you out. They are sharpening stones. They are here to forge you, to shape you into someone stronger than you were yesterday. You see, when life is easy, comfort lulls us to sleep. Comfort convinces us that good enough is acceptable. But when you are confronted with resistance, when the weight is heavy, when the road is hard, that's when real growth begins. Failure teaches you humility. Struggle teaches you resilience. Setbacks teach you awareness. And every challenge becomes an opportunity to discover strength you didn't know you had. Albert Einstein once said, "A person who never made a mistake never tried anything new." So if you're stumbling, if you're failing, if you're struggling, that's not proof that you're weak, that's proof you're in the game. And every single time you rise after a fall, you reinforce a powerful truth. Adversity will not stop me. But let's talk about discipline. Because motivation is fleeting. Motivation is a spark. It burns bright for a moment and disappears. Discipline. That's the fire that never dies. Discipline is what gets you out of bed when you don't want to move. Discipline is what drives you to the gym when you're exhausted. Discipline is what keeps you studying, working, pushing, long after motivation has faded. The truth is simple. Motivation might start the journey. Discipline finishes it. Thomas Edison once said, "Genius is 1% inspiration and 99% perspiration." Greatness doesn't belong to the inspired, it belongs to the disciplined. Now, let's talk about the grind. The grind is the daily work, the thankless hours, the repetition that no one sees. It's waking up early when everyone else is sleeping. It's practicing your craft long after the crowd has gone home. It's pushing through boredom, through fatigue, through doubt. The grind is not glamorous. It doesn't make headlines. But behind every champion, every breakthrough, every story of greatness, you will always find it. The grind separates dreamers from doers. Everyone wants success. Few are willing to pay the price. Let me give you a truth. Improvement does not happen in comfort. Growth does not happen in ease. It happens in discomfort, in struggle, in persistence when every part of you wants to stop. And if you want to know why the grind matters, here's why. Because discipline is born in the grind. Consistency is forged in the grind. And resilience, the unshakable belief that nothing can break you, that comes only through the grind. Mark Zuckerberg once said, "In a world that's changing really quickly, the only strategy that is guaranteed to fail is not taking risks." And grinding every day, that's a risk of failure, a risk of pain, but it's also the path to transformation. Now, here's where most people get it wrong. They think the grind is temporary. They think discipline is a phase. They think challenges are exceptions. But in reality, this is the path. Challenges are not detours, they are the road. The grind is not a delay, it is the process. And discipline is not punishment, it is freedom. Because discipline frees you from regret. Discipline frees you from mediocrity. Discipline frees you from the chains of what if. Let me share something practical with you from the wisdom of self-mastery. Set clear goals. Without goals, you drift. With goals, you grind with purpose. Face your fears. Fear shrinks when you confront it. It grows when you run from it. Train your focus. Eliminate distractions. Guard your attention like treasure. Build your confidence. Confidence is earned by keeping promises to yourself. Stay positive. A positive attitude doesn't erase problems, but it gives you strength to overcome them. These are not just tips, these are weapons. Weapons that will carry you through the grind. And yes, the grind is lonely. There will be nights when nobody believes in you. There will be mornings when quitting feels easier. There will be seasons where results are invisible. But remember this, every rep counts. Every drop of sweat is a deposit into your future. You may not see the compound interest now, but it is growing silently, invisibly, undeniably. Discipline is like planting seeds in the dark. You water them every day with your effort. And one day, without warning, the harvest explodes. So here's my challenge to you. Stop waiting for the perfect moment. Stop wishing for the easy road. Stop hoping for shortcuts. Instead, embrace the grind. Welcome the challenges. Live with discipline. Because when you do, you won't just achieve success. You will build strength, character, and resilience that success alone could never give you. Let me end this part with a simple truth. Motivation is the spark. Discipline is the fuel. The grind is the engine. And challenges are the fire that forges greatness. So keep pushing. Keep showing up. Keep grinding. Because one day when the world sees your success, you'll know the truth. The victory was not in the spotlight. The victory was in every single day you refused to quit. Success, my friends, is not the end of the story. Because success is temporary. Titles fade. Trophies collect dust. Recognition is forgotten. But what remains, Drachtem, is your legacy. Your legacy is the story you leave behind. The mark you carve into the world. The impact you create in the lives of others. And here's the truth. A legacy is not built by accident. It is built choice by choice, step by step, day by day. So let me ask you, what do you stand for? What do you want to be remembered for? What will people say about you when you're no longer in the room? A legacy doesn't start someday in the future. It begins today. With the way you live, with the habits you practice, with the values you honor. Oprah Winfrey once said, "Don't limit yourself." And she's right. Too many people live small lives, chained by fear, by doubt, by comparison. But the ones who build a legacy, they live beyond themselves. They live with vision, with courage, with faith. And here's something powerful. Legacy is not just about you. It's about the people you touch, the lives you uplift, the hope you ignite. When you share your knowledge, you multiply it. When you inspire others, your impact echoes far beyond your own journey. When you lift someone up, you rise with them. That's how legacies are born. Not in isolation, but in connection. But let's be honest. Building a legacy is not easy. The road will test you. Adversity will strike. Doubt will whisper. And in those moments, people will watch how you respond. Because a true legacy is not only that you succeeded, it's that you refused to give up when success seemed impossible. Your resilience, your persistence, your character, that's what people will remember. Helen Keller once said, "Keep your face to the sunshine and you cannot see a shadow." That is the mindset of legacy builders. They don't live in the shadows of fear. They keep their eyes on the light of purpose. Now let's talk about daily growth, because legacy is not just about big moments, it's about being better than yesterday. Perfection is an illusion, progress is the goal. Every day gives you the chance to improve, to make one small adjustment, to grow a little stronger, to think a little deeper, to live a little better. And the beautiful thing is this, small wins matter. Finishing the workout, learning a new skill, writing down your goals, overcoming temptation. Each one is proof that you're moving forward, proof that you're growing, proof that you're unstoppable. Celebrate those wins, because when you do, you create momentum. And momentum is the fuel of transformation. So, Barry, now let me weave in some wisdom of self-mastery. Always keep learning. The world changes. If you don't grow, you fall behind. Care for your body and mind. Without health, there is no foundation. Manage stress. Life will always be demanding. Learn to breathe, to rest, to reset. Build meaningful relationships. Legacy is not measured in money. It's measured in the people you impact. Be yourself. The greatest tragedy is living a life that is not your own. When you live this way, your legacy is not just about achievement, it's about significance. And here's the secret. Legacy is not something you wait until the end of life to create. It is shaped in the way you speak today, in the way you act today, in the way you love, serve, and grow today. So don't wait, don't postpone, don't say, someday I'll change, someday I'll build, someday I'll live with purpose. Because someday is not on the calendar. The only time you own is right now. Theodore Roosevelt once said, "Believe you can, and you're halfway there." And belief is the seed of legacy. But action, daily, disciplined, consistent action, is the water that makes it grow. So let me challenge you. Every day, cast one more vote for the person you want to become. Every day, lay one more brick in the foundation of your future. Every day, take one more step toward the life you dream of. And over time, those steps add up. Those votes accumulate. Those bricks rise into something undeniable. Until one day, you look back and realize you didn't just build success. You built significance. You built resilience. You built a life that matters. Friends, greatness is not one giant leap. It is every single choice, every single step, every single day. So start now. Be better than yesterday. Embrace the grind. Overcome the challenges. Build your legacy, one day at a time. And if this message touched your heart, don't keep it to yourself. Like this video, share it with someone who needs the reminder, and subscribe to this channel, because greatness grows when it's shared. Remember, success is what you achieve. Legacy is what you leave behind. And your legacy starts today.